Hey guys, it's me Trainman, and I came over here to apologize to Two, and he came and left already. He did all this work down here, all down here. And I think it looks great. It looks fantastic, actually. But he's already gone because I was late, because I was looking for 3, because 3 didn't show up. But, believe it or not, even though Mr. Diligent gets here early and everything, and starts working, he does mega projects. So he's out here for hours and hours and hours. So we just caught 4 here. Here, go talk to him. I need a name for... Oh! Hey guys. I'm 4. I just work. I don't do a lot of talking. But, I do the big stuff around here most of the time. My mountains and stuff. I mean, I just finished cleaning up that obnoxious mess 3 made, putting grass tiles and all sorts of shenanigans. Whatever. He's a mess. I don't know why I brought him here. I know why he brought me here. I mean, technically, I didn't bring him anywhere. He kind of found this place on his own, and I just said, go for it, man. You'll do it. You'll be fine. But, meh, he makes a mess. He's just... I don't know what to say about him. He's one of those city people who kind of thinks they got to do whatever they want to do. Just whenever they want to do it. That's the wrong button. So he comes over here and makes a mess for me, and then I have to work on it. I told him I wanted some mountains, not some dots for me to turn into mountains. I don't know how he spun my message, but this is what we got instead. We got a pillar here, we got a pillar over there, and we got a pillar over there. And I spent the last 2 hours turning these gosh darn things into mountain peaks. And trust me, it's not easy. It looks weird. It screws everything up. I'd rather do everything myself, but I'm not going to go back on what's been done, because it's just a waste of time. Arguing with people that are trying to do work for you is just a waste of time. It gets the job done. That's one thing our parents told us. The most important thing is to get the job done, because you get whatever's at the end of it. The quicker you do that, it's more efficient. Even if the end result isn't quite so great. And I'm sure one's been pretty lenient with me. He saw what I've been doing. And he's not making any sort of hissy fit over how the mountains are jagged and this, that, and the other. In fact, I think he likes it. So props to my little cousin for coming out with that and just basically being ridiculous and making a mess. Props to him for making a mess that I turned into bad mountains that number 1A over there actually likes. I'm sorry, actually. Let me clarify something. I know I said my mom taught us stuff. She was my mom. She was his aunt. Some things get turned around like that. He lived with us anyway. Whatever. What point of the whole fact of the matter is that I just learned to deal with this guy. And we learned some of the same stuff, so we have some of the same kind of motifs, I guess. We both put a lot into the job. Well, no, I take that back. He puts a lot into the reward. I wouldn't quite call it that he puts a lot into the job at hand, because he doesn't really put much thought into what he does or much effort into what he does. He puts effort into getting whatever's at the end of it. He'll advocate for his work all day long, even if it's the worst thing you've ever seen. But again, sure, we grew up together, but that doesn't mean we're the same kind of people. I mean, he moved to New York 5 years ago. I'm out here in Oklahoma still, so he's the lazy son of a gun. Honestly, I swear to you guys, he moved to New York just so he'd be closer to a job. Not like a regular kind of job, too. Not like get your hands dirty working on machines and stuff kind of job. I mean, like, go up and sit in a cubicle all day kind of job. That's not a job. A job is when you're out here building mountains like I am. Either way, he's like a brother to me. Whatever he is, whatever he does, I guess I'm fine with it. As long as I can pull some out of the rubble. Oh, that's a mess. Oh, that looks so bad. I don't like it. I can live with it, though. The only thing to do when something comes out like that is either scrap the whole thing, which is not quite something I'm just willing to do yet, or go in with the little fine precision tool and tweak every little spline, every little grid box corner. And I know one used to do that, but he learned this new technique from God knows where, and then he told us all about it when we signed on, so we all using this technique now. It's not any sort of hidden practice. Simple too. Simple, easy. Hardest part is figuring out where you want to put the darn things and then lining them up. If you screw it up, you end up like with something like this. Look at this enormous mess. Oh, I can't deal with it. Not this. Not this per se, but like, here, you want to see a mess? I'll show you mess. This is what my brother sentenced me to. My cousin sentenced me to. You know, I've called him a brother since we were 6 years old. I think I'll just keep calling him that. This is the mess. He put things for me to put stuff, and this is the best I could make of it. Because this was so much higher than this, was so much higher than that. And instead it made this craggy rocky thing. And I actually went back, I tried to even it out, but it looked even worse. So I went back and I fixed that. But again, that's alright, we can make the best of that. Might scrap the whole thing, put a river there or something. God knows. Stream, maybe. It's out of the way, at least. At least the messes are places nobody can see. That's the important bit. If you done make a mess, doesn't hurt no one, it's alright. Nobody can see it. This is a mess. This is a fine mess. You know what? But for everything, For everything he's been doing for me, he's been building my pillars and whatever. I mean, I guess he's kind of doing what I'm asking. But for every good thing he does, nah, does something else wrong. I mean, he spent so much time on those pillars yesterday. Not yesterday, a week ago. How much time he spent on those? Like 30 seconds. Just about 30 seconds. I saw the recording. I saw him make those pillars. 30 seconds. But he said he spent so much time on those, it wasn't worth him coming into work today. One went crazy looking for him. I'm not one to rat my brother out, but I got tempted. I'm telling you guys. Look at these things, though. These are the biggest things I've ever seen built in a map. Don't know how we're going to meld those, though. Whatever. I think 3 was supposed to work on these. Like, put the mountains up over here. Put the light hills or whatever we're putting over here. While I worked on the giant mountains. That actually looks pretty great, I gotta say. He helped me out. He gave me a guideline at the very least. Gotta do over here. Yeah, we gotta do over here. I haven't got the maps on me, but pretty sure that's just more mountains. Some at 500 elevation up there. But, so yeah, one is telling me that I've done enough work for today. I've been here for about 3 hours. No, it's alright. I can keep going. But one is telling me I've done enough work for today. He wants to take over and do some work himself. He wants you guys to go and talk to him about what he's doing, because he doing what my brother isn't here to do. I'll see you guys. Probably not. You might see my stuff. Don't think you're going to see me again. I don't normally stay this late. It's just, I was left with a monumental task that I had to get done. I'll finish next time. Glad to take a day off. Bye-bye, 4. Alright, he's gone. He left. Glad he's gone for the day. Well, I can't really say that. I'm not glad he's gone, per se. I'm not like, whoo, number 4, he's left. Woohoo, we're so happy he's not here anymore. I'm excited. It's more like, it's about time that guy took a day off. That's what it's more like. He probably would have been here until 7 o'clock at night working on those things. And we get off shift at 5. We get off at 5 p.m. He would have stayed 2 extra hours just for that. I mean, it's 4 o'clock now because we're supposed to clock in at 3 and work for 2 hours until 5. And that's fine. It's reasonable. It's good. I mean, I set it up. I ought to be saying it's good. But in my opinion, it's reasonable. It's good. It's fair. It's nice. But, of course, I spent an hour running off in the middle of nowhere looking for 3. 4 won't tell me where he is, because, whatever, I understand. It's respect kind of thing. It's his brother. Or, well, I'm not actually sure what he is, because he told me he was his brother, and then he told me he was his cousin, and then, don't know. It's the kind of thing that confuses you. Whatever. I just know he's related. I just know they're related. I mean, I actually kind of knew 4 a little bit before he started working here. I had no idea how his work ethic was, so I was pretty impressed. But I was not impressed when he said, hey, I know you've been doing kind of stuff for a while. I think you should give my brother a chance. Or did he call him cousin back then? Hell, I don't remember. But he brought him on here, and then all of a sudden he starts arguing with 2. Starts being mean to 2. I feel bad for 2. 2 is one of my good friends. But, and then in addition to that, He just uses the silly copy-paste thing to get the fields done. I mean, okay, I'm sorry. I'll take credit for my own responsibility and say that, yeah, I taught him that. But, I taught him that and then I used it in Temmeros. But I'm still no good. I didn't have an expert painter like 2 on the job. I did not have 2 over here to work on my mountain ranges. Now I do, they look really nice. He knows how to make a mountain range. Knows how to make one beautiful, I mean. Should grow up and be a makeup artist. He'll make all sorts of people beautiful. All sorts of things beautiful. I mean, he can't exactly be a planet designer in real life now, can he? Maybe if he worked for Magrathea. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean up this area, and then I might start working some of the heavier stuff that I was supposed to get 3 in here to do, but I think it is just perfectly fitting to let him do it still. Because if he thinks he made it out of work, he's wrong. And I hope 4 conveys him that message, because I told 4 how upset I was when I came stomping back in. 3 just flew the coop on us. Didn't want to work. I mean, what did 4 do? 4 sighed. Put his head in his hands. It's kind of the disappointed kind of look that I used to get. I mean, I'm done with being disappointed. I'm mad now, because we have a contract, man. He's supposed to do work for me. I can't just find another person off the street randomly. Brought him here because he did have the credentials. I mean, his brother cousin 4 introduced me to him because, well, no, that's just how I got introduced to him, but I took a look at his resume. He had all the things. I mean, he never actually didn't have any of the correct experience, I'll say. I had to train him through it, but he had all the landscaping credentials. Undoubtedly from working with 4. So I hired him on the spot. Said, hey, you're going to be working with me next episode, next week. I'll be here 3 o'clock Friday. And if you guys remember, for a couple days, he was pretty prompt. He was on time. He did his work. Didn't do it very well. But he did his work. He was on time. I can deal with that. Now he's doing neither. He's slacking off. I don't get it. I'm not one to normally snap a contract and just say scram. But I don't know. I don't know. Getting close. Just been moderately unhappy lately. Moderately unhappy with 3's performance. Overwhelmed by 4's performance. And stunned by 2's performance. So I guess it kind of balances out. I'm appreciative of my own performance. Just to include everyone. Don't want to cut myself out. Don't want to just, say I haven't been doing anything. I haven't been doing as much as I would have liked to have been doing because I've been chasing down 3. But I'm readying the area for hills. That's actually exactly what I've been trying to do. This whole area is supposed to have about the same consistency as these guys. It's supposed to be a mountain range like these. These guys are the big mountains. These 4 and 2 are going to work on. 3 and myself are going to be doing this. And of course I get the fiddly bits. I get to do something like this. If I go in here and grab this. Just going to run them along the riverbank here. What's the best way to get up here? Let me just... hey, hold on. Can I do that in here? Oh, I can. I'll move that later. But this is what I mean by the fiddly bits. I get to put in the road tracks and stuff. And that actually looks kind of cool. Can't wait till I get the water in here. In fact, you know what, while I'm on the subject, I might as well just do this right now because it's got to get done. It's got to get done. And I'm probably not going to have 3 do it because this is... I'm not going to have 3 do it, and I'm definitely not going to have 2 do it because this kind of terrain is... well, it's way below what 2 can do. 2 has a much higher performance level than I do or 3 does, especially with textures. He's not the best sculptor in terms of building things, but I'm pretty sure when 4 came and looked at the mountain range that 2 did out in front, where is that? Over to the west there. He looked pretty damn impressed to me, I'll tell you that. Let me just get this in here. Grab the water height, and then add the water. Oh. Oh, darn it. The river's overflowing its banks. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the confines of the river in the confines of what I've textured. Because it makes sense. And occasionally dollars. But let me raise this up. Whoa. There we go. Perfect. Looks good, actually. Don't mind how it came out at all. You know what? I was just thinking about the 2-foot gauge. Maybe that'll come down into here instead. Probably not, though. 2-foot gauge used to go everywhere. That was the first thing in this mountain, and then almost all of the 2-foot gauge was scrapped in favor of 3-foot gauge, and in the heavier trafficked areas, they pulled up even the 3-foot gauge and put in standard gauge. But this is what we've done for today. We've gotten a lot of mountains in here. 4 is just wow. That's all I can say about what he does. It's incredible. You leave him alone for 5 minutes, and he's built a mountain range. Just by himself. Actually, something just occurred to me. What we could do with this. What if we had a scenario where it was like coal delivery or something? And you know we have this thing? What if your job was to get coal, with the Giplin, with the Russell. Get coal down. You know, I need to get an engine in here. I need to get a 36 Vulcan diesel. Forgot about that guy. Just for now. What I kind of want to do now is I want to have a thing where you have to get the coal with the Russell, which is a beautiful engine, from the mine. Bring it up here one by one, put the cars in here. Unload the cars into here. I feel like I should make this a little more accessible, though. You have to load the cars into here, and then you have to take the diesel and load up these 3 cars at here, and then take it all the way down the mountain, all the way down this area. Actually, that's the scenario I think I'm gonna do for this. I need to learn how to make scenarios, because I want to do one with the aperture lumber, because that's areas pretty much all done except for the cliff face that 2 is still working on. But I want to do this one as well, which is the coal run. Then you bring the coal down here. You bring it into this yard right here. Then you use one of these transfer things. You put the coal on the transfer thing. It transfers your coal cars in here. And then you have something move the coal cars over here. And then this thing gets coal and it goes scenario complete. What do you think, guys? Let me know. And help me out on some other scenarios that you want to see on this map. And please help me with the scenarios thing. I don't know how to do this. This is the power station rule, but that's all the rules I know. Consist check? Check trackside? I don't know any of these things, man. I want to see something. I mean, I can probably figure this out, but it'll take a bit. Set rules, set camera, set coupler masks. Set helper icon size, set edge. What is this? What on earth? You know what? Okay, whatever. I don't get it. I'll need to fiddle around with this for a long time. What was the name of the free roam kind of mode? Oh, right. There it is. This thing is so off-center. What is it? Whatever. I don't have a description yet. I want to save. Now let's go back to the menu, and in this here, okay, so it says Explore Route now. But that's that video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Train Matt out.